Hey guys, I'm back for the second part of this demo. Let's jump into it. So I'm gonna go back to After Effects here. And the things we wanted to discuss in this one is controlling one, the position with Essential Graphics, and two, font weights. So this is my solution. I don't think it's perfect, but it's definitely an option. So I've just got a simple text animation here using a text animator. So that's that. Animating position, opacity, and blur. And it's set to be based on words, and it's a ramp up. So let's say this is going to be pretty similar to the backgrounds. Let's say we wanted to have a Zorum light option, so a light text option, and we wanted to have I'm just going to rename that text Zorum light, and let's also do a McKay option. I'm just going to switch off the other ones. I'm going to change the font to McKay. Let's say McKay regular. So those are three styles of text. I'm going to go back to the black as my main one. So this is very similar to the background colors. You want to grab a drop-down menu. You want to put it on your control layer, your control null. Okay, and I'm gonna call this drop-down menu font selection. I'm going to edit the name of these. So first one is going to be text McKay. Second one is going to be well, I might just name it McKay. McKay regular is the name of the font. Zorum light, name of the font. And Zorum black. So those are my text options. Okay, we're gonna go back to the if else on the opacity. So let's go with our Zorum black. We're going to do the same thing where we create a variable M for menu, and we're going to link that to our drop-down menu. And all we have to do this time is create the if statement. So if M equals 3, 3 is the option for Zorum black, then we want this to be 100. Else 0. So there's the code. You just want to make sure you've got your values in those curly brackets. And for whatever reason, you have to do a double equal sign to make sure that that's that. So our menu's not set to 3. That's why that disappeared. But if we switch it to 3, Zorum black, it should appear. Nice. Now let's copy this same expression over and just change the value for the menu. So this is Zorum light. That's our second option, so we change it to number 2. This is McKay. That's our first option, so we're going to change that to number 1. And bam, we should have option for McKay. Okay, and this is a problem because I had these switched off. Now they're all on. And now our drop-down menu should work. There's McKay, there's light, there's Zorum black. Okay, and now, so now in terms of like positioning these, there's a couple ways to do it. I parented these each to the control layer. So you could just drop position into the Essential Graphics panel up here. I've already done that with scale. You can see scale is there. Oh yeah, and before I forget, we also want to select our font selection drop-down menu and put that in the essential graphics. So we've got scale, we've got control over the font. Our animation always stays the same, no matter what font we select. Okay, and then the last thing is position. So if they want to control position, you just want to make sure everything's parented to the control and text position, and then they can do that. So that's one way of doing that. If you want to make it so that they have some type of limited control over this, let me show you how to do that. So I'm gonna, is there a way to delete that? Yeah, there is. Okay. So let's put on a new slider. Sorry, put a new slider onto our control layer. Let's just call it Y position. So this would be if you just want them to have control over X or Y. So I'm going to do X equals X, position 0, Y equals position 1, and then S equals our slider, and then it has to be an array, so I do X comma Y plus S. So now just our Y position is going to change as you change the slider, because our Y, it's adding wherever our Y position is set plus S to that Y. And now if you do that, they can move that up or down, but they won't be able to move it side to side. So that's if you kind of want to restrict the editor's ability to move that. And then you would just drag that into Essential Graphics. You have to make sure you get the slider, not just the, if you click on just the Y thing, you can't drag it in, you have to actually click on the slider itself. And then if you wanted to edit how far they could push that, maybe you only want them to be able to move it 500 and negative 500, then it's like boom, boom. So that's basically the control that they'll have, the amount of control that they'll have. All right, I think that covers both the changing the text, font weights, and the position. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. See ya.